Good morning, students. Today we'll start the new chapter, that is spoilage and wastage of food and food preservation. Our Indian philosophy says Annam Parabrahma Swarupam, which means that food is regarded as a form of God. Hindu texts refer to the physical body as Annamaya Kosha or food body because it is produced by food. The food body is also identified with the earth element known as Mahabhuta because it consists mostly of the earth matter. So, food is God, God is love. Hence, spread love by sharing food. Don't waste food, share it with others. So, children, as we can understand that spoilage of food is also wastage of food. So, first let's know what is food spoilage. Food spoilage is the process where a food product becomes unsuitable to ingest by the consumer. The cause of such a process is due to many outside factors as a side effect of the type of product it is, as well as how the product is packaged and stored. Due to food spoilage, 1/3 of the world's food produced for the consumption of humans is lost every year. Now, in the next slide, let's discuss the causes that lead to spoilage of food. First, microorganisms. Second, enzymes. And third, insects, worms, and rats. So, children, let's know about the microorganisms. What are these? Small organisms that cannot be seen through the naked eyes and can only be seen under a microscope are called microorganisms. For example, bacteria, fungi, amoeba, etc. So, these organisms tend to grow fast in the presence of moisture and warmth. Hence, we have observed that moisture and temperature are the two important factors for growth of molds or organisms. Hence, for preventing food from getting spoiled, we need to remove moisture from the food, that is dry it, and keep the food at low temperature to reduce the chances of growth of fungi and bacteria. The second cause which lead to spoilage of food are enzymes. Enzymes speed up chemical reactions in the body but do not get used up in the process. This results in the loss of flavor, color, and appearance of food. Enzymes are useful because they cause ripening of fruits. Most raw fruits are green in color and sour, bitter in taste. When they ripen, they change their color and become sweet. The third cause that lead to spoilage of food are insects, worms, and rats. These spread diseases through their fur, feet, droppings, urine, and saliva, as well as harmful bacteria. This can cause illness and food poisoning in those who consume affected food. Hence, it is very important to keep the cupboards, shelves, and containers clean and dry, which will prevent them from making a home at places where our food items are kept. Now let's know how can we prevent the spoilage of food. Perishable foodstuffs like milk, meat, fruits, and vegetables must be stored in the refrigerator. Second, foods like spices, cereals, biscuits, and other snacks should be kept in airtight jar. This helps to prevent their contact with the moisture in the air. Now let's know what do you mean by food preservation. Food preservation is the process of handling of food to stop or slow down the spoilage of food. So let's know the methods of food preservation. First, dehydration. Dehydration is a process of reducing moisture of food to low levels to avoid spoilage of food as microorganisms need water to grow. Second, by adding sugar and salt. Sugar and salt draws water out of food and dehydrates it. All microorganisms require water and cannot grow in the absence of it. Third method is by adding acetic acid. Acetic acid in the form of vinegar stops the growth of microorganisms and is used in the manufacture of several pickled products. Fourth method is canning and bottling. Canning involves cooking food, sealing it in sterile cans or jars, and boiling the containers to kill or weaken any remaining bacteria through a form of sterilization. Now, children, what do you mean by sterilization? Just see the slide. Sterilization is a controlled heating process used to completely eliminate all living microorganisms, including thermoresistant spores in milk or other food. The next method is pasteurization. Pasteurization, the heat treatment process that destroys pathogenic microorganisms in certain food and beverages. Ultra high temperature pasteurization involves heating milk or cream to 138 degrees centigrade to 150 degrees centigrade for 1 or 2 seconds. So simply we can say that process of heating food followed by immediate cooling to limit the growth of microorganisms is called pasteurization. Pasteurization has been named after the well-known microbiologist Louis Pasteur. The sixth method is refrigeration. In this process, microorganisms and enzymes get deactivated due to low temperatures and hence the spoilage of food gets prevented. The next method is vacuum packing. In vacuum packing, air is removed from the package prior to sealing. The vacuum thus created reduces oxygen in the package. This limits the growth of bacteria or fungi in the package. This method is commonly used to store dry foods like cereals, nuts, coffee, cheese, potato chips. Manufacturers usually fill nitrogen gas in packets of potato chips and other namkeens to prevent them from becoming rancid. Now, the most important topic is importance of food preservation. See this slide, children. You can see the food preservation is helpful in many ways. It helps us to maintain nutritive value of food. Second, it increases the shelf life of food, thus increasing its supply. Third, it makes seasonal foods available throughout the year. Fourth, people can taste food from any location. Fifth, it decreases wastage of food by preventing decay or spoilage of food. Next, it helps in adding a variety to the diet. Now, children, let's know that how wastage of food can be avoided. As we Indians love to eat as well as feed others, for this very reason, every time we have a function or a party, we ensure that there's plenty of food around. After all, the eating, drinking and merriment, we often end up with a lot of leftover food. While some of it can be packed off to friends and relatives, most of it goes to waste. After a big party at home is over, we wonder what to do with the food. So children, to avoid these wastage of food, we can contact few Indian organizations who take the excess food from you and ensure that it reaches the underprivileged. So children, just see this slide, how these organizations give their services to the underprivileged. So children, here I conclude, be a giver and not a waster. Your saved food can bring a smile to a poor person's face. So thank you children and have a nice day ahead.